Daniel and his friends. There was once a king named King Nebuchadnezzar who ruled over the land of Babylon. After winning a war against the Israelites, he brought back some young men to Babylon. He gave directions to his helper to choose men who were young, handsome, smart, and able to serve in the king's court. These men were to be taught the language of Babylon. The king wanted to treat them well, so he ordered them to have the same kind of food that he ate and to drink the same wine which he drank. Some of the men that were captured and taken back to Babylon were Daniel and his 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Daniel and his friends made up their minds that they would not eat the king's fancy food or drink his wine because it was against God's laws. They wanted to obey God in all they did because they loved God. So Daniel went to see the man that the king had put in charge of him. He asked him if they could eat different food that would not be against God's laws. The commander thought about this for a minute. He was afraid to change Daniel's food. If Daniel and his friends did not look healthy when the king saw him, he would get into big trouble with the king. Daniel had an idea. He said to the commander,
"Let's have a test. For 10 days, give me and my friends vegetables to eat and water to drink. At the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the others."
The commander thought this was a good idea. So for 10 days, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego ate vegetables. They ate foods like corn, peas, carrots, green beans, maybe even Brussels sprouts. They drank lots of water. Do you know what happened at the end of the 10 days? They looked healthier than the other young men. The king's commander was very pleased and agreed to keep feeding them vegetables and water, just like they wanted. God had taken care of Daniel and his friends and helped them to grow big and strong. God knew that they needed to be healthy for the king. God also gave them wisdom and helped them learn what they needed to know to work for the king. God knew that Daniel and his friends loved him and wanted to obey God's laws.